Hello, everyone. Welcome back to what I think I'll start calling Void Pack 2 because now we're no longer waiting on trees and we can actually make progress. How exciting is that? Jumping right back into our world because this is our world, even though it's single player, we're all playing together in a sense. I got some work done. I did some work off camera. Woo, it wasn't a whole lot. Right after I harvested that tree, this one grew, which gave me enough to make another dirt and plant another tree, so hooray for that. These are starting to get a little wonky in shape, so probably try to work on it later. I do eventually want to pull this one up, but we will wait on that just until we have a little bit more dirt for now. Trying to think. I'm just trying to decide what I want to do this episode. But then I also finished this staircase, moved it out one more block. What I did instead of having to remove all these to then just place a block back later is I just put double half slabs on here all the way across, just kind of explaining more of what I'm going to do, because now on top of here I'm going to put fences right here just as like a railing, and I think that'll look nice. And right now it's just kind of like a little safety measure. I won't fall off. And then the last thing is I adjusted my what will be my infinite water pool to start centered, and I think that looks a lot better. Overall, I think squaring it up did actually make it look a lot better, so I do like that. So in each corner I'll probably have something, at least down here, of use. So maybe over here will be infinite water. On this opposite corner will be like cobble generation, maybe like furnaces and chests or something, and I don't know what I'll have in the center. Maybe like a pattern or something. But for now, this is what we've got, so this is awesome. I've got a little bit more wood to play with, so I'm still kind of waiting on wood right now, but at least we have some progress, and we kind of have a moment to breathe right now that I've kind of completed what I wanted to do so far, and the rain has stopped. Hooray! So, yeah, this is where we're sitting right now. I kind of talked about it in the last couple episodes, but I'm sure when this is posted, I will be at my new job, or starting my new job, so, yeah, I don't know. It'll probably be a couple episodes from now when I actually talk about my new job and what it's like, but as of today, the 21st is my last day at K Jewelers. Bittersweet. I do work at 1, so in a couple hours here, but I'm a guy, it takes me like 3 seconds to get ready, so you know how that goes. And then starting Monday, I have my new job, so that's really cool. I should probably get a sieve here soon, because right now, I mean, with me not being able to twerk to make trees grow, it really makes me hesitant to want to sieve dirt, waste the commodity that we have. But, I guess 7 trees is a good place to start, because now the average of one of them growing is a lot higher. But yeah, but that's the thing right now is I need to get a bucket, plain and simple. But oh shoot, I think you need 3 things of water, so I probably need to make another barrel. Dang it, I should have thought about that too, because you need 1 for sure to start. See, even though I've done this, I haven't done it enough. So if you're going to be playing this at home, make sure you have 3, which I did not do. And here's why. So once you get your first piece of cobble, you want to turn that into cobbles, or it'll be cobblestone, then into gravel, then into sand, then into dust. Dust, you put in one of your water barrels to make it clay. Clay you then break into the little pieces. You can then form the pieces into... Oh, wait, you still need to fire it, though. Yeah, you need... Well, I'm sure I have to wait then. Because you need a furnace then to cook it. And then once you have that, then you can move your water. So I guess it doesn't matter. I'm sure it'll probably rain by the time I have enough cobblestone, so I guess it's not the end of the world. Progress in the beginning is quite slow, a lot slower than a lot of the other Minecrafts. It seems like I'm jittering a little bit. You'll have to let me know how it is on your end. So, yeah, anyway. I guess we're kind of back into the tree growth simulator. I mean, I do have wood to play around with, but it's not enough to really get where I want to go. We lost a stair in the last episode. Real tragedy. So I had to make another set of stairs. So yay, I have 3, which is what I need, but if I make a couple more sets, I'm still going to have an odd number of ones. Gosh, I really, just to be safe, I'm just going to make a couple more. It's a lot of wood that I'm using up right now, but I know I'm going to mess up at some point and I want the extra water. And we'll just throw that slab over it because I want 2 that I can work with. So 2 extra things of water will not be a bad plan. Now I'm just waiting. That's really unfortunate because I was like, oh, intro, I can do stuff now. But without anything to harvest, what can I do? I'm still going to wait on these silkworms here. Just because I don't really need the string right now because the sieve would be great, but I still want to increase my wood production because it's just so dang slow. But yeah, at least now I have things to hop up and down and run upstairs and downstairs again, but I guess I'm just going to pause it here and wait till a tree grows because I don't really have much to talk about for that long of time, so I'll be back in a second when a tree grows. Alrighty, I'm coming back here, guys. Made some progress, did some progress off camera. I know I said I would come back when a tree grew, but a tree grew and then another tree grew and then another tree grew. So I was able to get enough wood to finish this path. So now I have something to run around. I can do laps. I can train for my marathon here. So yeah, all the stairs are done. Did not lose one, still have the 3, so we'll put those to good use. Haven't finished like the border on the inside for the railing, but that will come. Other changes I made is I got rid of the piece of dirt that was under there. Luckily, I was able to snatch it up and grab it, put a plank down, got the dirt down, and then I lost my crafting table that was right here. It fell into the void, so I'm glad it was that and not the dirt. Dirt's a commodity right now, very rare to see in Minecraft. And then I turned it into a crafting station from Tinker's Construct just because if I put something on there, it stays. So usually it leaves like a picture of stuff, but I guess not. Okay. So anyway, I could use it as like a little cheap storage bench right now, but I'm not. So, and then I added a couple more pieces of dirt. I got enough saplings where I was able to do that. So yeah, that's kind of the progress I made. Watched a video and a half while I was doing this, the usual stuff. That does kind of make a noise on there, but yeah, now we're kind of back just, waiting again for some progress to be made, unfortunately. But the sun is rising. Hopefully some trees grow today. I guess kind of my next plan will be just finishing this border. I will need a lot of wood, so probably won't do that quite yet, but yeah. So why did I put my crafting bench up here? I don't know, just to get it out of the way. Eventually I'll reorganize these trees, but for now I'm just kind of plopping it down where I have space because they're not all growing at once, which is usually the problem that you have when you do the twerking method is they all grow all at once. So then you kind of lose out on leaves, which is also kind of important, but since they're kind of growing one at a time anyway, it doesn't matter as much. So yeah, that's kind of what I did off camera. Watched some Dave Ramsey videos. If you are still young and you want to learn more about personal finance, I've had my strong opinions on Dave Ramsey. I've kind of switched that and shifted it around a little bit. And I'll kind of talk about it why. So when I first got into personal finance, it was mainly just on credit cards. That was like where I first started out, was learning the benefits of credit cards and like what they can provide in my life. And this is something that I might eventually cover on my portfolio review. I might go through my credit cards and which ones I have through Credit Karma or whatnot and kind of show you my credit score and stuff. Because I a lot of people are very taboo about talking about personal finance, but like my kids are going to know like everything about my personal finances. Granted, I'm going to be in a totally different situation than probably a lot of other people, but that is okay because I want them to understand and I want them to be very familiar with it, you know, and that's kind of the same thing with like underage anything, drinking to other activities, we'll say, is because parents don't talk about it. They keep it sheltered, and I don't agree with that. So kind of, again, opening the door to kind of my personal philosophy as far as raising children. But anyway, back to the credit cards. And that was kind of the first thing that I got into, was just like hearing, you know, these channels talk about how good credit cards are. Credit Shifu and Ask Sebi are two of my favorite. I've learned to really like Brian Zhang, I think is his name. Let me get some water here. Very smart about credit cards, know a lot. And they give some very good advice. So that's where I started. Hold on, I just need to pause here for a second. All right, sorry, I had to tickle my throat. So with that, Dave Ramsey talks about all sorts of personal finance, from credit cards to basically everything. So then it would recommend me videos of his credit card videos, and he would slam them. And I'd be like, you're so stupid. How could you say that they're dumb? They just don't make any sense. And then I would see other videos of people talking about how Dave Ramsey's wrong about credit cards, and that very much shifted my thoughts on him. I'm like, well, this guy's just stupid. Like, how could you hate credit cards? Like, it didn't make sense to me. But then, you know, someone gave me the example of he's basically an AA coach talking to a bunch of alcoholics. And if you don't know what AA means, it's Alcoholics Anonymous. And if you're going to be a successful teacher, you can't say alcohol is good if you learn to like limit yourself, or, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? In a ration or whatever, you know, in small amounts. Well, if you're talking to an alcoholic, they obviously don't know how to ration themselves, and they're going to drink a lot. And it's the same thing with people that are bad with money. If they give them a credit card, they're going to blow their balance. They're going to spend a bunch of money. They're not going to have the self-control that, you know, these people that are obviously financially gifted with credit cards can do. So that kind of, it kind of made me understand, and that's kind of where I see him right now, is you don't have to agree with everything he says, but, you know, I mean, he does give good advice. So let me see where I am for crooks. I do need probably one more to finish up that tree. So for a while, I just didn't like his advice, because I was like, well, how could you call credit cards stupid when they literally give you cash back? And his argument was, well, you're not going to get rich off the banks. Well, I know that. That's not my point. I'm just trying to maximize my spending. Because if you, say, spend $100 on something and I can get 2% back, well, that's $2. I mean, not a lot. You know, again, I'm not, trying to get rich, but, you know, I spend, gosh, give me a second again, sorry. It's that tickle in the throat, I swear. So anyway, if you pay for cash, you're paying $100, and that's it. Out the door, $100. With using a credit card, or same thing with a debit card too. You spend $100, you're done with it. With a credit card, I spend that $100, but then I get $2 in change. So it's effectively I spent $98. And over the course, that does add up. Since I've gotten one of my credit cards, I have a balance of $230 sitting in cash back that I have earned. It took a while for me to get to that point, but that's money that I didn't have to spend and just leave it at the store. It was something that I was able to take back. But again, if there's someone that's not diligent, that $200 is quickly wiped away if you did not pay your balance in full. And that'll definitely be something that I'll make a video about in the future, if you're interested more in that. So yeah, but then I started watching, I started learning more about like paying down debt and, you know, reasons to do that versus investing. So Dave Ramsey comes back and he kind of talks about, you know, his philosophy on being aggressive with debt, because then you for sure lock in your gains, essentially. Because if you have a 7% interest loan, you automatically make 7% return on your money if you pay that off right away. And the math works out like this, that, you saved yourself from paying interest. So that's kind of how that figure works out. But yeah, so then I started learning more about that, and now that's kind of where my philosophy is at. He gives very good advice for how to pay down his debt, or pay down debt in general, and his baby steps are very, very well thought out. It makes a lot of sense, and that's kind of what I've now started to work on. Is I essentially have baby step 1 done, and that's $1,000. Oh shit! I don't like that. Will I be able to put a fence? Oh, man. Huh. Maybe my plans have changed on what exactly I want to do. So anyway, nice. I did get that back. So I have 1,000 in savings for, just like a quick emergency fund. And I am kind of passively growing that. Every check, I have it in my budget to save $100 every month for my check. Maybe I won't put the fences on there because they'll be standing up. But anyway, so I will kind of continue to grow that, because then once I have my debt paid off, I will be able to put what I'm normally putting away for savings plus what I'm paying right now for my loans. With that, I've worked on aggressively paying down one of my personal loans for when I bought my watch. Again, you make mistakes before you really learn about more personal finance. But I don't regret buying my watch. I don't regret taking out a loan, because it was my reward to myself for graduating school, on top of also graduating debt-free from student loans, which is more impactful, because if I had to declare bankruptcy, my loan is forgiven, but my student loans would not. So it's a trade-off. Oh, shit. I don't want to do that either. Let's see if I can... Okay, so I managed to get one of them back. So yeah, that's kind of where I was sitting. Plus, I also have a car loan, but right now the car loan has a lower interest, so it's more advantageous for me to get my personal loan. Personal loans are always going to have higher interest because there's nothing to back it. There's no collateral to back it. So, but considering that I still only have like a 7% interest loan, which is not bad, because generally the stock market grows at an 8% return. So I could theoretically continue, just paying the minimum on my loan, but then investing what I would normally pay on my loan into the stock market and get a better return. But at some point soon, I'm sure we're going to have a bear market where everything goes down and I'm not getting that 8% return. So that is just something to keep in mind. It would be kind of interesting to have like a little central platform, but we'll see. So that's just kind of what I'm been working on, is just paying down my debt, and then I'll get that emergency fund. And with that, I think I will keep $1,000 in my, local bank, but I do want to open up a Capital One, like high interest savings, because there's no point in having a good amount of money in, a bank, like a savings account, if you're not getting a good interest return on it. And the difference is my local bank would give me like, gosh, I'm trying to think. It's like, we'll say $40, which over the course of a year isn't bad, an extra $40, but that same amount of money, which I'm talking about like $8,000 here, that same amount of money can earn me like 140. So quite a bit more. I think my math is a little bit wrong. I don't think the numbers are quite like that, but it's very, very similar. That I'm getting an extra $100 for just having it in a different account. So definitely what I'll work on. So now I want to have stairs. So I'm thinking about leaving this block, but just doing like 1, 2, 3. Do I have any stairs? Yes. So 1 from there, 1, 2. So I want to put like a staircase I might do the same amount where it's like 12, just because that worked out really well. So I'll do 12 here, 12 here, 12 over there and there and there. Yeah, it will like make this really big, really fast. And that's just kind of how I want to do it. It's just where it's kind of like a Coliseum type deal. We'll see. We'll see what I do. I think I have enough little worms that I can stick some of these in here and finish it up. Nice. Yeah. Now I don't have to waste an extra sapling. We'll get some more stairs built here. 16. That should be... I think I'll make a couple more. So yeah, that's just kind of my plan right now. And I talked about that in a video that I made just recently, is aggressively tackling debt versus investing. So if you're interested more in kind of seeing the number breakdown of what I'm... Yeah, that's what I wanted. No, it's not. If you want to see the numbers behind what I'm working with and stuff, I opened up my my life and I just kind of put it all out there for everyone to see. So if you're interested more in kind of learning about my strategy and kind of what I'm doing, I have that on my channel. Not into the whole linking of videos quite yet. Just for the premise of not very many people watch it and watch my videos right now, which I'm okay with. It doesn't really hurt my feelings by any means. It's just the reality of it. And until that happens, you know, I'll just keep doing what I'm doing. You know, just making really simple videos, fast to produce. Something I enjoy to do. And we'll see what it brings. So, yeah, I'm just going to put... So now there's 6, and I'll have a couple more flights. Yeah, just trying to focus here so I could make sure I get the blocks placed where I want to. But yeah, I guess just kind of wrapping it up, like, I've learned a lot from Dave Ramsey and his advice, and it's kind of changed my tune on how I think about how he explains personal finance. And it just makes sense, you know, because if you can pay off your debt, it will save you a lot of money in the long run. On top of that, it allows you to invest more consistently to then get you to the point in life where most people want to be, is, you know, financially free. And that's just something that I'm very interested in and intrigued with. There we are. I just need some more wood again, but you can kind of see what I'm trying to go with here is it's going to be just a different pattern, because I don't know, I feel like just repeating the same thing is kind of boring. And this gives me an opportunity to have something up here, something over there, and there. Just it's a little quicker than, I don't know, have what I need down here. Maybe stuff I don't need as much. Maybe I can leave this room for like a reactor or more power generation, you know, in just every different corner. So that's just something to think about. Or I could go up and then back down or something. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Oh, there we are. Yay, a tree grew. I don't know. I think that was just coincidence. I'm just glad I have Vein Miner at least. It speeds it up a little bit. Nice. So some more planks here. Just put all these saplings in my way. It's fine. At least I get a chance to grow some more trees a little bit faster. So try to connect here so I can at least get a better picture of how it's going to look. Get my landing platform at least laid out first. And I'll probably go through and just kind of change some of these block colors once the amount of wood I have doesn't matter as much. You know, where I have access to like automatic farming of these materials. All right, well, it's starting to come together. Still need some more wood here, but you can kind of see what I'm going for. Yeah, I was like, this doesn't look right, but then I was looking at an angle. And we're at 25 minutes, so good wrapping up point here. Might do some off-camera work, not quite sure yet, just waiting for some more trees to grow. So I will try to get another video recorded here, but like I said, I work in a couple hours still, so I probably will. But that's where we're ending it. Oh, I just was looking at the mini-map and I saw something spawn. Yep, there's a spider, so probably have to make myself a sword here. But I'll catch you guys on the next episode. Take care.